Hey, what's happening, guys? How we doing? I hope everybody's good. I'm doing good. Hanging out over at the dam, Hoover Dam. Beautiful day out. I'm really enjoying this nice weather before it turns into Satan's asshole. Not looking forward to Satan's asshole at all. But I will say this, right now it is absolutely amazing. You know what's amazing to me right now is the shit that's going down today in the news. And it's not only just amazing, it's completely mind-blowing. Not only is it mind-blowing, it's a mind fuck. It's ridiculous. I can't believe the shit that they're getting away with. You know, if I was blatantly caught in a lie at my job, I would have to immediately correct that lie. Not only that, if I was caught in a lie and I didn't correct it, I would be reprimanded. I'd be fined. I'd be punished by my work. Not only that, I'd probably lose my fucking job. Now, when you're a journalist, when you're a news reporter, you're supposed to tell the truth. You're supposed to be unbiased. We're not getting that. Fucking news bias? No. What do? They play this fucking right and left bullshit. It's a two-headed, one-party beast. It's ridiculous. It's stupid as fuck. We're smarter than that. People always ask me, oh, well, you got a solution? No, I don't have a solution, but I'll tell you what the fucking problems are. I'm an anarchist. That's my solution. We don't need political leaders. Who needs that shit? It's their first go in life, too, just like me and you. First go. Their very first run at life, and they're going to tell you how to live your life, how to live better. Now, there's people out there in the system, they've been cultivated. These people have been brought up in this system to be these mindless automatons, these useless feeders. There's people who are bred to be that way. There's people who actually have given up on living and decide to be like that. Some people are like that right off the get-go. First thing in life, they come out there, they're already a beta cuck. You'll get that. There's a place for that in the world. When you cultivate it, then you get people who will actually defend that, and they then won't fight for anything else, and that's the problem we got today. We got a lot of people out there who are afraid to actually stand up and do what's right, say the right things, because everybody's been beaten into submission. Everybody's afraid of somebody being offended by what they say. Fuck them. Who cares? Life is fucking short. We're already nice to people enough as is. And I'm not saying be a dick to people, but these people who think that words affect them, words actually, that the only reason why they affect them is because they let them. I was hanging out with a comedian last night who's from Japan. He tours around the world, and he says one of the greatest things about the United States is when their political leaders are here visiting, people love to come to visit and see them in the United States. Why? Not because their guy is here in the States, it's because they can actually yell at them. They have freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, though, how crazy is that? You get to actually come to another country on vacation and then yell at your politician from your home country and don't have to worry about dying for it. That's Americana, baby. That's why a lot of people come here. So that's why I get all upset. And you're going to, I mean, you know, we talk about it on the podcast. And you'll see it, ThinkStopper, ThinkStopper.com. You can go and check it out. But we talk about, you know, freedom of speech. And the comedian I'm mentioning, he was our last guest. His name is Yoshi Obanyashi, and hilarious guy. Well written. I mean, his jokes, just great performance, well written guy, very well traveled. I mean, I'm a fan. The guy's hilarious. You can't get enough. I mean, you can check him out. Yoshi Obanyashi, that's his handle on Facebook and all that stuff, Twitter and all that shit. Find him. Hilarious guy. But he said something very profound last night. He was like, dude, if you're offended by words, fuck you. Okay? Because the majority of places in this world, you can't even speak your piece. All right. And if you do, it's not without heavy consequence. And we're not talking the consequence of, you know, immune to consequence. Your words, your actions have consequences. This video is probably going to be enough to make somebody mad. Fuck you. That's all I got to say about that. I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being the guy that's the voice of reason. I'm not coming out here and being a dick, but I'm just not apologizing no more. I'm not like playing it safe. You know, playing it safe never got me anything anyways. I was playing it safe to try and get gigs. Wouldn't get gigs. Started being more myself, starting to get more booked. Oh, fuck you! Now, here's the whole thing about that, guys. Freedom of speech, man. Comedy. We're the last bastion of it. We gotta protect it. So I don't like you motherfuckers out there that have fucking got a problem with everything. Keep scrolling. Walk out of the fucking place. Don't ruin the show for somebody else. Don't fucking try to get somebody else's free speech shut down. The number one thing we're supposed to do as Americans, okay, in our constitutional republic, and that is protect the speech we don't like the most, because it's going to be your speech someday that's not liked, and that needs to be protected. I will hear the other side out, but it's when you start inciting violence, you start slandering, you start doing these lies. This is not without consequence, and that's why these people, these cucks, these fucked up people in mainstream media, they're fucking hypnotists. They need to be punished. I think it's the Winston Churchill quote, a lie will get halfway around the world before the truth gets its boots on. And that's a fucking fact, Jack. That's the real deal, okay? They're out there pimping these stories, and then when the truth comes out, it is a just a tiny little redaction. Just a tiny little redaction, just a little bit, if any at all. How come no one goes to fucking jail? Okay, they took Alex Jones on there, and they said he said all the stuff and stuff. They had him removed off the platform. They said that he incited violence, which there's no documentation whatsoever, and the stuff that he did say was totally taken out of context. I know, I watched the fucking dude enough to know that ain't his fucking MO, and that's not how he rolls. But they ran with it, had him removed off platforms. Mainstream media runs bogus story after bogus story after bogus story that affects millions of lives, millions of deaths, millions of money involved. Nada. Fucking promotions, awards, fucking bullshit. Alright, guys, the whole thing when people are like, oh, I got it off someone's blog. No, independent media is where it's at. When I got a fucking dude live streaming some shit in fucking Istanbul, and when some stuff's going down in Turkey and Greece and all these other fucking places, when they're having these fucking riots, and the media is telling me one thing, but then I'm looking at another thing on the live stream, and it's telling me a totally different fucking story from what's happening on the ground. I'm going independent. I'm going with fucking people who are in the shit. I'm tired of fucking listening to these guys that are paid tens of thousands of dollars to tell us the news, to read it from a teleprompter that is fucking all comes from the same fucking source that comes from 4 a.m. in the morning. They get this email and everybody's running the same verbiage, the same language. They're talking the same fucking shit. Just watch. People do all these amazing videos where they take out all the stuff and they're all saying the same thing. Tipping point. It's a tipping point. Bombshells. American people have decided. The doctors, they all say the same fucking shit over and over again, and we just fucking go, fucking wrap it up. Bunch of assholes quit being assholes when they stop being assholes. Okay? Reason why we got fucked up people in Congress? We vote them in. We let them be. Why do we let these people tell us what to fucking do? Why do we let these people tell us what to do with our lives? Tell me that. Why do we let politicians tell us these? It's like anybody, it's like these people from fucking church. These people, I'm not knocking church. You do your thing. As long as it keeps you as being a good person and not harming other people, you gotta fucking get right with the Lord. You gotta do your thing. Do your fucking thing. Here's my deal. You don't need to force it on anybody, and that's what these government fucks do. Why do people believe these preachers? They never fucking died and came back. How do they know? Those guys are high-level beggars. They don't have a sign. They're not on the side of the highway. They got a book, and everybody comes to them. I'm not knocking the Bible. There's some great lessons. I don't know anything about the other fucking doctrines other than what I know, and this ain't the fucking film. This ain't the time for that. But one thing I will say, these people are going through life just like you on the first run. We get one try, one run. If you're a wild man, you're a maniac, and you're lucky, yeah, you might get a couple of fucking near-death experiences and you get to come back. These people, it's their first go. How the fuck do they know what's on the other side? What the fuck do they know? How do they know what's best? Most of these people, when they do know history, they avoid history because all they want to do is they want their slice of the pie, and they'll do whatever they can to get whatever they can. Why do we put up with it? Why do we do it? Because, I'll tell you, they made our lives so chaotic. Everything is designed in a certain way to keep those people, us, the working class and the poor, distracted on everyday struggles, everyday life. There's 2 different educations in this world. 3, technically. You have your street education, stuff that's a little bit more with intuition, stuff that you instinctually have, or you develop and you cultivate out of survival. How you're living in your surroundings. That's one education. It's a life education. Some people have more of it, some people have none of it. And you could tell who has what. The other, common education. Our government-ran indoctrination camp education, 12 years, all right? And here's one of the things, okay? That bit of education is getting worse. At one point in time, it wasn't really that bad. It was bad. It's bad for the fact that our education system was designed by these big corporations and companies, and these people, along with the government, they wanted to build things. They wanted to create soldiers, and they wanted to create workers, and they wanted to create consumers. They wanted to teach us just enough to run the things and keep things going, but not smart enough, and keep us out of certain things that they teach in school, in these private schools, and these higher educations. They wanted to keep us out of these, with these higher educations, or certain things out of the curriculum, which actually give benefit to a different class, the ruling class. There are two different educations. You have your private school and you have your public school. And the things they teach you in private school versus the things they teach you in public school, completely fucking different. You'd be a fool to think they are the same. You would be a fool to think that what our politicians and all these people that go to Harvard and Yale and all these schools that come up, you'd be a fool to think that they are on the same curriculum. A lot of you do. A lot of you think these politicians, these people, these celebrities, all these people, that they think like you. They don't think like you. They vibrate on a different level. They are raised different than you. They're raised different than me. You gotta learn their shit. And you're not gonna learn it in school. You gotta learn it on your own. I ain't got any more time for this, guys. Thing is, stop and fucking think. Quit being fucking led by your nose. Okay? Quit being led by your emotions. You smell a rat. Okay? When they're going after your emotions, they're playing you. I'll get into that shit later. Y'all be safe. Take care. ThinkStopper, Tres Mala. Check us out on all social media. Instagram. Find it on the old YouTubes. ThinkStopper.com. Podcast. We're the conversation you can't have with just anybody. Peace.